Ayan, sabi ko kay Khiel, kunyari galing ka sa CR, ang eksena galing ka sa CR, isa pa. Okay, ayan, galing ka sa CR, tapos react ka ulit, tapos si Kayla naman galing ka sa labas, pasok ka, ayan, may tinanong ako dyan. Sabi niya, game naman daw siya. Sabi ko, sige, upo kayo dyan. Pasok si Khiel, tapos biglang upo si Khiel, tapos titigan. Okay, tas medyo kinilig ako sa part na yan. Kaya napatawa sila. Sabi ko ulit. So kaya ako nag-VO kasi that time patay yung mic ko. Kaya ako nagpapakahirap ngayon mag-VO. Back to the vlog.
What's up, my fellow gender and society students? Now we invite you to listen to our educational vlog, but we're gonna make it more Gen Z.
Less weird, more radical.
Going through you with this learning experience, we are going to be your hosts, and my name is Kayla Austria.
Beloved Khiel Ian Esconde.
And we're going to guide you as we discuss about the SOGIE equality. Welcome to today's educational vlog, where we will be discussing an important topic, the SOGIE Equality Bill, known as the Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity Expression Bill, or the Anti-Discrimination Bill that has been making waves in the Philippines. This bill aims to set into law measures that prevent discrimination against people based on their sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression.
But before all of that, let's dive deeper to the bill itself. Let's start reviewing first some crucial definitions. First, let's talk about sexual orientation. It refers to whom a person is sexually attracted to. This can be greatly among individuals. Here are some key or sexual orientations.
First, we have asexual individuals who are not sexually attracted to anyone and may not have desire to act on any attraction. But don't be fooled, they can still form deep emotional connections and have romantic relationships. It's like having a heart full of love minus the sizzle.
I agree. I just happen to know a lot of people like that. Alright, next we go with the bisexual individuals. They are attracted to people of their own gender and the people of other genders as well. An awesome example of this is an actress and an LGBTQ plus advocate, Sarah Ramirez. She's attracted to people of various genders, and it's totally open about her orientation. It's all about love without boundaries.
The term gay is generally used to describe a man attracted to other men. But guess what? Sometimes it's used more broadly to refer to anyone attracted to individuals of the same sex. Take Elton John, for instance. He's a well-known example of a gay man, and he's been an LGBTQ plus advocate for decades. Rock on, Elton.
Hey, I just happen to be a fan, by the way. But enough of that one. Now, next is the lesbian. It is a term used to women who are attracted to other women as well. Someone who fits this label perfectly is the beloved talk show host and comedian, Ellen DeGeneres. She's married to the actress Portia de Dorsey and is an LGBTQ plus icon. Ellen, she's a wonderful and amazing woman.
But you just love her talk shows.
Oh, I do.
Next, we have pansexual or fluid individuals. They are people who are attracted to other people regardless of their gender. A perfect example is Miley Cyrus, which I just love her works very much. She is a renowned singer and actress, and she's defined as pansexual, and it's all about love and transcends gender boundaries. Miley, you're a true trailblazer.
Up next, this one is very controversial, and you might be one as well. Who knows? Maybe I am too. Right? Up next is questioning. It is a term used for individuals who may be unsure about or considering or not yet ready to identify themselves as one of the gender identities or just to show their gender expressions. Imagine a teenager who's always still figuring things out. They may not be ready or they may not be strong enough to label themselves accordingly. To everyone, keep on exploring. You got all the time in this world.
Right.
Got you.
Right after those questioning, next we have the queer or queers, which is a fabulous umbrella term for the people that embrace a range of sexual preferences and gender expression. And this term is for those who don't conform to the heterosexual and heteronormative or gender binary majority. And we have to remember, not everyone within the LGBTQ plus community embraces this term, but it's all about celebrating our diversity.
Alright, surprisingly, you might be surprised. Cliche, right? Alright, for the last one, we have straight. This refers to the individuals who are attracted to the opposite sex. It's often used to describe those who sexually align with their societal norms. Picture a lovely heterosexual couple, just like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, making the world believe in fairy tales.
Okay, so after discussing all of those, these labels were created to make everyone feel seen, heard, and loved. And they're not set in stone and can change as the LGBTQ plus movement continues to evolve.
With these real-life examples and a better understanding of these definitions, we're all set to dive deep into the amazing world of the SOGIE Equality Bill. Now, let's get this party started. Now, let's move on to the gender identity and expression. The gender identity is an individual's internal sense of self and identity. It's very self-explanatory, right? While gender expression relates to how one embodies gender attributes and roles.
Now, before we dive into gender identity and expressions, we have to think about, let's say, what's a good example?
Let's say Ruby Rose, right?
Ruby Rose, yeah, I like that. So think of model and actor Ruby Rose. We all know that she's known for, or they're known for, their androgynous style and identity, challenging traditional norms. And Ruby Rose rocks a style that beautifully blurs the lines between masculine and feminine.
Oh, how we really love how she designs. What a true trailblazer. Up next is cisgender, describing individuals whose gender identity matches the biological sex assigned to them at birth. Now, for example, imagine someone who is assigned female at birth and identifies as a woman. Now, this person is a cisgender. It's like a perfect alignment between who they are and who they were before they were told. That's it.
Up next, we have crossdresser, which refers to individuals who occasionally wear clothing of the opposite gender. This should not be confused with transgender individuals though. So now thinking about that term, I remember a famous example which is the brilliant comedian Eddie Izzard.
Oh.
Eddie enjoys donning clothing typically associated with women, yet identifies as a cisgender man. Fashion only knows no bounds with Eddie.
You know, I just happen to remember a lot of the conventions I attended to, especially anime conventions. There are a lot of men that dresses up like a woman, and they're one of the most kindest people I've ever seen. They're so fun to be with. But up next is there are terms that are used by people who identify themselves as being between or beyond the traditional male and women stereotypes. Now, say for an instance, the amazing Laverne Cox, a transgender actress and an LGBTQ plus activist. Laverne identifies as a black, gender non-conforming woman, challenging the binary concept of gender. She's all about breaking the boundaries and embracing her true self.
And we hope you're not bored yet because another term we're going to introduce is the intersex, which is a general term for individuals born with reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't conform to typical male or female definitions.
Sure.
And a perfect example I can think about in this section is that we should consider Olympic athlete Caster Semenya.
True. Oh.
She is a shining example of an intersex person with a natural variation in sex development, leading to unique physical traits. And in the world of sports and beyond, Caster is changing the conversation about gender diversity.
And I agree. I've watched her perform. It's very amazing. Up next is the acronym LGBTQ. It stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. It's used to describe marginalized people based on their sexual orientation and gender identity. Now, you've got iconic LGBTQA plus activists like RuPaul, a drag queen, and a TV host as a shining star in this diverse community. RuPaul has refined the world of drag and become a very valued figure in the LGBTQ plus movement. Work it, Ru.
But you just love watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
A lot at night.
Now we have a man that admits he likes watching RuPaul at night. Okay, so lastly we have transphobia, which refers to negative attitudes and discomfort towards transgender individuals or those whose gender identity and expression don't conform to traditional gender roles. Now, transphobia still exists in society and can be seen when people express discomfort or prejudice towards transgender individuals. And it's crucial to combat this kind of discrimination and support the transgender community in their quest for equality and understanding.
Now you gotta understand, if you're still transphobic about things in 2023, there's gotta be a change somewhere. Somewhere along those lines, we gotta support you, bro. But with these examples, we're better equipped to appreciate the rich diversity of the gender identities and expressions within the LGBTQIA plus community.
And after all those that we've said to you, these labels were created to acknowledge and recognize the identities of those outside our societal norms. And it's important that these terms are not fixed and can evolve with the progress of the LGBTQIA plus movement.
Now, with a clear understanding of how these definitions and the real-life examples are, we've laid the groundwork for our epic journey into the SOGIE Equality Bill. So don't touch a dial, folks, because you won't want to miss the next part of this adventure, the SOGIE Equality Bill. It's about to change our lives, and we're taking you in for a ride.
Now get ready for an exciting educational journey as we unravel the SOGIE Equality Bill and its immense significance in the world. Until then, stay curious, stay open-minded, and keep making the world a more inclusive place.
We're watching.
Now that we've been with you through this journey in learning the SOGIE Equality Bill, if you enjoyed our vlog, don't forget to click here to subscribe to our channel and support this kind of content.
Watching you. Better